Welcome, hello, Yahoo. Hi, it's me again, Tai, and today I'm sharing a little work of mine again. So today's title is Qliphotic and Empath, easy, everyone could do. So the overall headline to those who are working with the Qliphot already, it's a challenge about the poison god. So you probably know what I'm going through right now. However, to those who don't know, I just give the advice, if you're working with a Qliphot, get yourself a good company of people who support you. So brothers and sisters, initiatory system, etc., etc. So EA check for in order to apply. I could do a little announcement about this, but you know me, it has to be your own decision and your own path, so I will not involve there. I just point out where I'm coming from. So, and this I will do right away to those who don't know me yet. So, my name is Tai Kölner. I'm an author, I'm a black magician, I'm a follower of the Draconian path. So, in this regard, I'm working with entities, divination systems, and also about my initiatory plan I'm working through. And in this regard, I'm a student of the Left Hand Order Dragon Rouge, while I am a student, not a representative or speaker. So if you got questions, check for the link down below in the text. Today's video is not about unveiling which Qliphoth I'm working with, so some of you already know, but it's rather about the impacts and what you're facing when you're working with the Qliphot. So one thing being said from scratch, if you want everything to stay as it is, keep your ass off the Qliphot. But if you want to evolve, if you want to grow on yourself, if you maybe even aim self-deification, that's a very proper and strong tool to go for. So today's video is a little between languages because our today's word is doubt. And there you will learn a little Gerlish. So doubt in German is Zweifel. So it is, if you break down the word in old German speaking, it's zwei, that's two, and fell was like wrapping together things. So Zweifel was the two-sided side of one thing. So if you see it for true and for wrong, for beautiful or for ugly, and both are standing right in front of you and you're observing both sides. So this is Zweifel if you cannot decide between this side or that side. In medieval times, there were the Zweiflers, that's people who did doubt the majority of the church, the superiority of the church, and so they were the sinners. Because they did doubt the word of the church, they were the sinners, and the sinners, another word was Zweifler. So that was the people who were taking the word of the Bible and were observing it, reading it, and telling, okay, this might be right, but that is wrong. A very prominent example on that is the Gnostics. They were considered to be Christians in a way, but also they had very different kind of views about things what church did claim for being true. So in the end, they were claimed to be non-Christian or anti-Christian or something like this. So as for my opinion, Zweifel, so the doubt itself, is a very healthy thing. It is facing you to two contrary opponents. So you are not just taking things for given, you're checking if it is true or not true. So just for a little whistleblowing, in most cases it is neither nor. It is both true and wrong, depending on which side you choose to watch it. So And then there is another word in German, what is Verzweiflung. The word fair is giving the personal point of view. So it is when you got these two sides gazing at it, but you cannot help to find any solution which one you want to pick. And when dark clouds are rising and you're fighting inside, not being able to decide about this, this is when you are verzweifelt. So if you're desperated, that's the German. So Verzweiflung, that's fair, two, and the fold again on Zweifel. So that's basically the word splitting of this. That's very good translating to what is happening inside. Because you need the pressure of suffering to make up your own opinion about. You have to be an alcoholic has to be down to the ground to find a way and an inner fire to push through and say, okay, over and out, never touch this again. Same about if you're drug addict on any case and you lose everything, breaking down your health is to the rocks, and you say, okay, and now I get clean and I will never touch it again. That's an inner decision you have to do. And same is about this doubts. You have to consciously decide to watch at it. So not to say, this is comfortable, I take that one. No, you have to be open to see both sides. And you may not fear to accept that maybe both of them are true. And this is a challenge, what can give your heart pain, to your inner frame to accept that both is true, but also on the other side that there are things you took for given, you took for reality for years, probably all your life, and now you find out, but the difference, the other side of this, is true equally. Or maybe my side was wrong entirely. And this is something what can be a very painful experience to find out this. On the other side, it is especially the kind of work you got on Qliphot workings. You are casting light on thoughts you did push into your darkest corner of your emotions or memories. And while you're working with this poison of God, for example, there is a brilliant, clear understanding arising. And you see yourself, not only the surrounding, not only your job, your parship, your life circumstances, you see yourself. You see all your strong sides and all your weak sides. You see that you are a beautiful person, but same time you're a jodderish asshole. So, and to accept that all of this is a part of you, this can give a heart pain. Of course, you can say to fit into society, I try to fix this. I try to dissolve some points of my character and I try to raise some other points of my character. But if you only push down the points which are not wanted, you will not solve it. It will be there in the dark and it will grow. And by the wrong timing, it will get out and you have no control about. And that's why you are facing every detail of your personality as well. Also, this brilliant clear side will give you will cast you light onto your own believing system. So things you were taking for granted suddenly turn out to be fake. And so you're standing there and you realize you were fighting for things which are not even worth to look at it. And so you try to find answers by yourself. And this is also what is happening. You sort your thoughts, you thought your emotions, you sort your friendships, your parship, your workship, your entire frame. So to put it in a nutshell, if you are pleased with the comfort of your life right now, don't do this. But if you want to grow, this is one tool you really should do. And it is cracking all your personality. It is cracking down all your believing system. It is cracking down everything you thought what is important in your life. And you start to rethink, you start to resort it. And probably you find out you are an entire different person than you truly thought you are. So while you are burning all these fake pictures inside of and outside of you, there is one thing what this poison of God also is doing. It is kicking free a kind of needed fire. There is a rune, it's called Nautitz. It's in the Elder Futag. It's a Lodrat as string and one crossing it, and Ed Wilson back then did compare it to a fire you do in a need to survival. And yes, it can be this kind of workings can be the fire, the match you take to burn everything down what is not needed anymore. But on the same time, it can be the match you are using to get that fire you need for your own growth, for your own warmth, for your own developments. And so it presses you into a need, into an urge of getting into action. So this being said, I wish you a wonderful weekend. And if you're working with the poison of God, make sure to face the doubt, because the doubt is this thing what will sort everything and what will be the fertilizer to the ground where you're planting your seed into. See you next time.